Tell me, Sony, how does it feel to fund a game for 8 years, to have it match and sometimes lose to a carton of milk? As somebody hilariously pointed out on Twitter, the life expectancy of a housefly is 15 to 30 days. The housefly would have outlived a game that was cooking in the oven for 8 years. So I know I'm a little late to this party, but better late than never, right? My video will probably last longer than Concord's been on this. Concord is going to be taken offline on September 6th, 2024. Okay, that is, 3 days from now? And all players will receive a full refund. And, well, I don't mean to come across insensitive, but shame. Shame on you. Shame on the people at Sony that looked at the character designs of the characters in Concord and green lit this. Shame on the people that were working on this for 8 years and didn't bother to read the room. Shame on the investors, whoever it was at Sony that said this was a good idea, let's give them our money. Shame on all of you. I don't feel sorry for none of you. If you don't listen to the player is going to respond in kind, and in this instance, they didn't give you any money. And that's what you want from us, right? You want our money. Now, I don't mean to come across condescending, but I don't understand why this is a hard concept to grasp. You make games that we want to play. Now, I'm sure if you invested £50,000 into this game and you put it on Steam for indies, no problem whatsoever. We would have looked at it, would have been like, shit character designs, but maybe there's 10 people that want to play this. Not so sure now since you're shutting it down, but maybe there's someone that wants to play this garbage. But instead you invest millions upon millions upon millions when there are games that we have been asking for a long time. You could have done a new Shadow of the Colossus. You could have done a proper Last of Us online experience, because for as much shit as we gave The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us experience online was fantastic. You could have done another Uncharted game. You could have given us another Crash Bandicoot. You could have done another Gran Turismo. You could have funded an Onimusha game. You could have done so many things. Hell, you could have given that money to charity. Instead, some whack job walked up to you, showed you the character designs, and you said, yeah, we'll throw a couple hundred, however much million at this stupid game. And now it has, has it been 8, 9, 10 days? I don't even know. I've gone on work trips longer than this game has been alive. And now it's dead. It's gone. That's it. All that money down the drain. On top of that, you have to refund the people that spent money on the game. Now, granted, I don't think you're going to care about that much considering the investment to this game, but it's got to sting a little bit that you got to give back all those people their money. I don't know if there was like loot boxes or battle passes in the game. If there was, I imagine you're going to refund those, but even if there isn't, what a fat L, and I hope this is a lesson to you. Now, we're going to point and we're going to laugh because you deserve it. And I don't mean to come across, no, actually, I'm chatting shit. I do mean to come across insensitive because you don't listen. You don't listen. It's so simple. You know, if I owned a bakery and I produced donuts, brownies, cookies, and cupcakes, and my consumer kept on saying to you, or my customer, whatever you want to call them, kept saying to me, Mike, we love your donuts and we love your cookies, but your cupcakes and your brownies, not so good. And I said to them, I don't care. I'm going to keep on producing brownies. Do you know what's going to happen? People are going to stop buying them. It's going to cost me money, and my business will be flat on its ass. Instead, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, okay, well, do you know what? I'm going to lean into this and we'll revise this. We'll take this off the shelf. You don't like it, no problem. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to please the consumer. Am I right? Am I wrong about that? Am I being an ass about that? You're supposed to please the consumer. Instead, you want to wind people up. In the 8 years that piece of shit was in the oven, you didn't look around you and go, maybe this isn't a good idea. There's a universe where someone working on that game activated their brain cells and they said, guys, I think we need to change things up here. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have the characters' asses hanging out or their tits hanging out. I know gamers like that, and if it was like that, I probably wouldn't have a problem with it. But I'm not saying that you have to have it like that. But my god, did you have to make the most ugly, beastly, hideous creatures that I've ever seen in my life? It's not even like you're representing the orcs in Lord of the Rings. There's no point in them being that ugly. They're heroes. They are hideous character designs. And the thing is that sometimes I'll play a character that isn't conventionally attractive, let's say. I play Tekken and Fengwei, everyone calls him ugly. But dude's built like a tank. He looks like a warrior. When you see Fengwei, you're like, okay, he ain't winning a beauty pageant, but that guy, he looks cool. He looks like a beast. He looks like he's ready for a fight. When I look at your character designs, some of them look like they need to go to the hospital. Some of them look like they've just come out of the retirement home. Some of them look like they need surgery performed on them. They are awful, and you call them heroes. Now, as I said, we're going to point and laugh because you deserve it, and there are some funny tweets here from people that have basically been pointing out how much of a shambolic mess this is. From Christina Tasty, this is just a reminder that when the Concord dedicated episode of this Amazon TV show releases, the game will have been dead and offline for 3 months. Now, I believe they're talking about that show where they're going to be showcasing loads of different games. I can't remember its name. I think it was like Secret Level. Can you imagine? They're going to show an episode of a game that is long dead. That is, if I was them, remove that episode. I know it's going to cost you some money, but Amazon, you make a lot of money. Just take the fucking hit. Remove that episode and put Black Myth Wukong in there. Oh, that will drive people insane. That will drive people insane. Put Black Myth Wukong in there. I guarantee you people are going to find that hilarious. And that will probably be the highest rated episode, the most watched episode, and the episode that will go down in history as basically being the middle finger to shit character designs. Put the Monkey King in there. I guarantee you'll make back what you lost. Oh, this tweet did not age very well. 3:45 a.m. on a holiday. Full games. Shrug shoulders. As if that's some sort of own. Man, you Concord owners, I really hope you see this. And I really, really hope it bothers you. I mean, it really shouldn't because you're adults. But some of you that are terminally online, I'm sure this is going to irritate you. And I'm glad that it's shutting down. Shame. Another tweet that has not aged very well. 12 maps, 16 characters, 6 modes, no paid battle pass, strong roadmap, absolute quality. Oh really? And then he says, really cannot stress enough just how utterly perfect Concord is. The negativity this game received before even release is one of the biggest travesties in gaming. I feel partially responsible and it sickened me, to be honest. Well mate, I don't know what to tell you. You see, they like to say it's incels, right? They'll call me an incel. They'll call me right wing. They'll say this, they'll say that. And that's fine, you know? Call me those names. No problem. The problem here is that nobody's playing the game. People that sound like you, people that look like you, people that think like you, they're not even playing the game. As a matter of fact, let's just have a quick look. Maybe the player count has gone up since this announcement because everyone's like, oh, we got to jump on and show our support. Let's see. Nope. 32 people as of 7 minutes ago. Let me take a snippet of that so I can put that in the video just so you can see. People still don't give a shit, man. Your game is dead in the water. Serves it right. Nobody cares. You'll call people incels, you'll call people ist, you'll call people all sorts of names to try and make your point, and yet the people that probably agree with you saw this and they were like, yeah, I'm not playing that. I'll go back to Elden Ring or Black Myth or something else other than that. He then tweets out again saying, I can confirm. Under new games on PSN, Concord is the 6th best-selling game. No wonder it takes me 2 seconds to load into a game. Love to see it. Dude, who's paying you to say that? Really? It's not Sony, clearly. They've lost enough money as it is. Who is paying you to say that? You've got BG Hater Supreme here. That's an awesome name. The Last of Us came out in 2013. Let's see how long it takes to find a match in Factions multiplayer that came out 11 years ago. Damn near instantly. Would you look at that? Did this same test 5 years ago in 2019 and same result. Fuck Concord, PlayStation, you own the rights. You own the right IPs. It's true, you own the rights to The Last of Us. People like the online. Right? We may not have liked the conclusion to the game or even how it kicked off and how Joel was treated, but if I'm being objective here, Last of Us Online was sick. It was really good. They did a really good job, and I knew they would. Even if I don't agree with the narrative decisions of The Last of Us, the Uncharted games online are fantastic. To this day, they still are some of the best third-person shooters ever, if not the best third-person shooter in my opinion. That might be usurped by Space Marine in a couple days, but Uncharted has just provided me with untold amounts of fun. You could have even invested the money into a new Uncharted game solely dedicated to being online. That would have gone so crazy. Instead, you did this. Whoever greenlit Concord at Sony after seeing these character designs should pay back the 200 million. What the hell were they thinking? Facts. There's no other way to put it. And finally, there is a message here from the Concord team. So I'm going to read out to you what they said. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC. I want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and the passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. You're lying. There's no community. There's 32 people playing your game right now. They've announced that it's on its final legs. It's on its way out, and people are still not going there to support it. No one bought the bloody game. Of the estimated 25,000, like I said, I bet about 22.5 to 23,000 returned that dog shit. The remaining 2,000 or remaining 1,900 don't play it. And there's a couple people here and there from the remaining 100 that turn it on every now and then, that remember it's even there. You don't have a community. I'm sorry. I do mean to sound harsh this time. You don't have a community. Stop putting out this garbage. It's not that I want to see people lose their jobs. It's not that I want to see people get laid off. But if you don't listen to what people are asking for, what do you expect? How many examples do I need to give? If I own a clothing shop and people are asking for a specific type of hoodie, and I keep giving them a sweater, they're going to go, I'm going somewhere else. I've already asked you for what I want. You're supposed to serve the customer. The customer's not always right, but in something like this, they are. Okay, it's that simple. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6, 2024, and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. That means basically, Sony walked into the office and they said, hey, this is a dumpster fire. Turn it off. You're embarrassing us. Make something else. And if they have any sense whatsoever, they're going to make something that actually appeals to the wider market, to the conventional gamer. Because I'm telling you, if you do this shit again, can't imagine the people, the big wigs at Sony not absolutely blowing a fuse. I mean, they like money at the end of the day, and someone probably got in their ear and said, hey, this is the way to go, man. Make these stupid character designs nobody's ever liked ever. And someone listened to them. Whoever that is probably going to lose their job. Do you know what? We'll probably get good games out of this. That's the only silver lining. We'll probably get good games out of this, because I can't imagine them doing this again. They got to look at what China has done, right? They've got Sun Wukong and they've got Wu Chang. Wu Chang is on its way out, on its way to come out, and Wukong is still absolutely smashing it. Okay, still over millions of people playing the game, a single player game. Sony's got to be looking over at China, right? Sony's Japanese, and they're looking at going, we can't have this. It will spark a little bit of that WWE, WCW rivalry of old. Maybe we'll get some quality games now. Maybe Sony will stop funding this absolute hogwash. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately, and we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchased the game for PlayStation 5 from the PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued back to your original payment method. Customers who purchased from other digital storefronts will also be refunded. More information about refunds from Steam and Epic can be found below. So they basically give a bunch of information on that. And good, you should be refunding people for that absolute garbage. Now, I'm sure there are going to be some people that are saying, no, we don't want the refund, keep the game online. Well, sayonara. That's it. Game over. Let this be a lesson, okay? I've tried to be like nice about this. I'm sure a lot of other content creators have as well. But at the end of the day, the pound, the dollar, the yen, whatever you want to call it, that always wins. And if you produce games that gamers don't want to play, and clearly this is a game that gamers don't want to play, this is what's going to happen. So I don't feel sorry for you. You got exactly what you deserved. And any other developer that has the wacky idea to A, insult its player base, which a lot of you guys seem to have fun doing, and B, create designs that only appeal to yourself and not the wider market, this will also be your fate. I have another video coming out about this YouTube channel called Black Gamer Girls, or Black Girl Gamers, one of them. They did a conversation with the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., Kim Belair, I believe her name is. And there's a lot to discuss about that. These Sweet Baby types, they have latched themselves onto some very big franchises, like franchises such as Spider-Man. And Spider-Man will stand the test of time because it's Spider-Man. It might take a hit here or there. If they keep on doing stupid things, I imagine it might affect sales. But in big franchises, those narrative agencies will be able to get away with things. I have no doubt. God of War, Spider-Man, I don't know, whatever other franchise. They didn't work on Mortal Kombat apparently, but franchises of that size. But make no mistake, if the Sweet Baby types and the people that want to create these dumb character designs keep doing what they're doing, games on a smaller scale will disappear. As a matter of fact, majority of gamers now, when they hear the Sweet Baby name, they're like, I ain't buying that. I'm not buying that. And that's going to keep on happening. That's going to continue to grow because the conversation is going to continue to grow. So I don't know who decided to greenlight these character designs. I don't know who decides to greenlit the story and the narrative in a game like Dustborn, but you guys, unfortunately, I don't mean to wag my finger, although it has come to that, you're gonna have to learn your lesson the hard way. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, my fucking milk is gonna last longer than this game. That is just absolutely shambolic. I'll catch you guys very soon. Take care and peace.